And God damn it, we here. We are here, guys. And welcome back. God damn it, welcome back. Hold on, wait a minute. I had to make sure this video was sent out, because I do got a couple of LSU buddies, stuff like that. But all I want to say is, turn around, right? Make sure they see Kyle Field, right? I wish I had Death Valley because Death Valley is not a new Kyle Field, right? In case you guys didn't know. But guys, welcome back. And welcome back to the homemade podcast of sports, baby. Welcome. Welcome back. And, God, I got the shades on. I got the chain, the jewels, stuff like that. Because this is how Texas A&M walked into LSU on tonight. We walked in there just like this. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta get up. You gotta, move the seat back. You gotta. Hey, what's up, Baton Rouge? Talk to me. Talk to me, Baton Rouge. LSU Tigers. Death Valley, well, Brian Kelly was 20-1. Now he's 20-2 because of Texas A&M, in which was a team your asses didn't believe in at all. Everybody said we was going to lose there, but then again, everybody would come and tell me, well, everybody said A&M was going to win. No, you didn't. You kept on bringing up this 0-6 ass record that we had ever since we've been in the SEC. I got on here, and I told y'all this here. I told y'all this, and I'm going to say it once again because I like this newer YouTube because YouTube takes it and clips it. Right? And they sends it on out. I said this here. I said if A&M go and win this game in Death Valley, in which is one we have been chasing for a long time. We was here. We was here. I also said A&M win this game. A&M finna go on the national title run. You can believe me or not, Mizzou. We haven't overlooked you. We know your ass is up next. We got a bye week real quick. Hold on, but before we get there, LSU, your asses was in the way. Your ass has been in the way for a long time in Death Valley. We couldn't win now. We couldn't win now, baby. Your ass has been in the way for a long time, but guess what? Your ass has got knocked off that cliff tonight. We didn't forget. We didn't forget. Don't think that we didn't know what was up before we even much had came to Death Valley. Okay? Marcel Reed, stand up, Marcel. Marcel Reed, stand up. Stand up. He threw 2 picks. After he threw those 2 picks, I knew everybody was going to talk about him. I knew everybody was going to talk. Everybody going to say, man, that same old Marcel I've been talking about all goddamn season. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Because we knew. Us A&M fans knew. Us A&M fans, hey, we knew what was up. Marcel Reed threw them picks, but he cool. Hold on, wait a minute. I wish he wouldn't have threw the goddamn picks because that shit would have been 60. That shit would have been 60 to goddamn 24. And that would have been something y'all really wouldn't want to see. Okay? Death Valley was the place to be. I had that on that goddamn list. So guess what? That shit checked off now, baby. Death Valley. Check. I'm going to say it once again. Death Valley. Check. You want to change this shit? Hold on. Wait a minute. You want to change this A&M program around and make them into them winners that they were in the 90s, in which people don't like to see. But I came on here and I told y'all asses this, and a lot of y'all got mad at me. I said this here. I said Ohio State ain't better. Get your ass off my podcast talking about Ohio State better. No, they're not. I said this here. I said that if A&M comes out and do what they supposed to do, and I say this all the time, I said if A&M goes up 7-0, close game. And I speak this every podcast. I also said if A&M go up 10-0, maybe a blowout. If A&M go up 14-0, blowout coming soon. This team here, okay? And when we went into halftime, it was 18-14, and I hear all the smacking the lips all across the world. Them halftime adjustments, they strong by Mike Elko because you just don't know what he gonna do. The problem is that Mike Elko has even his offense coordinator on board to say, hey, you need to adjust too. I'm going to say this once again. You need to adjust too. And what did they do? They all went back there and adjusted. So what happened? They came out. They had this mentality the whole game. We need to blow LSU ass out. And what did they do? They blew their asses out. They blew their asses out. Okay? Excuse my voice. It might be a little raspy. But they went in there and they done what they had to do. All right? I put this team up against any goddamn team. I said this, right? I'm going to go back to what I had said because I did say the 10-0, 7-0, stuff like that. This is what I said. I said this team could be similar to that team that won the Big 12 title. And I also said this team is something similar to the teams back in the 90s, okay? And that was with R.C. Slocum when he was in charge. A lot of people don't like to hear me mention R.C. Slocum because R.C. Slocum was one of the greats. Hell, he just went into the SEC Hall of Fame, okay? R.C. Slocum was a defensive coach, baby. He was defensive minded. But R.C. Slocum ran the goddamn football. Elko is a coach that's going to run the football and pass the football. God damn it, you give me one of them, I'm going to beat you with either one. But Elko is also a coach with running, throwing, and special teams. KC Concepcion, where you at, baby? KC, where you at? For him to get a punt return in Death Valley, that's crazy. That's crazy. That, once again, is crazy. It's nobody that I've seen in Death Valley get a punt return other than LSU. KC said, damn that, I'm finna give me one tonight. Watch this, I'm finna give me one. For them to go down there and blow out LSU in Death Valley like how they done. And I kept saying, we want to score 50. We want to score 50. 40 wasn't enough. We want to score 50. I hope Ohio State play Texas A&M as well. But guess what? A&M still got some games to play. Ohio State still got some games to play. Even when the playoffs come around, A&M still got some games to play. Ohio State still has some games to play. Guess who else left on this schedule? I ain't much finna go through it because I know who left. Next one, Missouri. After that, I think Samford. Or if it's not Samford, it's South Carolina at home. Okay? After that, who is it? Texas. Texas is that lone one who's just hanging around and waiting. That's at the end of the season. Ain't talked about your ass for a reason because we still got some more games to play, right? You're not finna get me in that shit of where y'all seen A&M back in the damn Big 12 days where y'all deliberately had Texas A&M just continuously talking about Texas. This season hinged on Texas. Well, I'm here to say that shit is, hey, look, you in a whole different world, baby. We ain't in the Big 12 no more. This is the SEC. I told you how this shit rolled down here. We're extremely late to the party, and we know that. I'm gonna say it again. We're extremely late to the party, and we know that. But guess what? We here. God damn it, we here. We ain't going nowhere. For us to take out Tiger Stadium We took out Tiger Stadium in the third quarter. And I said what I said. And I said we need to empty it. We needed to empty it. They need to go. Okay? Brian Kelly, he need to go also. Harold Perkins. I'm going to say it again. Harold Perkins. Where you at, baby? Where you at? Harold Perkins got drove tonight. He also had an interception. We'll give him that. But Harold Perkins got drove tonight. I think Harold felt like we forgiven him on burning that A&M hat. I'm going to say it again. I think Harold has forgotten. And I think he thinks that we've forgiven him. I'm going to say it again. I believe Harold Perkins thinks that we've forgiven him for burning that damn hat. Man, we didn't forget that. I'm going to say it. No, man, we didn't forget. We was coming for you, right? You was on the list. Now you checked off. You got us the year before that in Death Valley. Yeah, you did. You got us the year before that in Death Valley. We ain't forgot. I'm going to say it once again, man. We ain't forgot. Okay? If you all didn't believe in Marcel Reed, well, now's the time to do so. Because he ain't going no goddamn where. He's here to stay. A&M is here to stay. I told you that from the get-go. We 8-0. We on the run. We ain't cocky. We ain't flashy. The team just got swag on them, baby. I said this about the goddamn baseball team before they went on their national title run. And I'm here speaking about the football team before they go on their national title run. Understand this. We ain't done yet. I'm going to say it again. We're not done yet. We ain't done yet. We're still coming. We're still coming. That's the most complete game that you're gonna see A&M do on the road. And what's crazy is that wasn't even much all the way complete. That wasn't a clean game. If that was a clean game, give me 60. I'm gonna say it again, give me 60. If that was a clean game. The problem is that it wasn't clean. But that's all right. That's all right. This is a different era. We found our coaches. Well, we found our coach. We had to go through the pile. You know, we had to go through the pile for a little bit. But we found our coach. And them fans, man, stand up. Alumni, stand up. Football fans, period. They're the A&M, stand up. You not know how long we've been waiting on this? We have been waiting on this for a very long time. And we're here. To be honest with you, I think we early. But I know why we're here. Before we came into the season, I said that offensive line, veteran. That running back field, veteran. The quarterbacks, not a veteran, experience. The defensive line, not veteran, but they've seen this before. Linebackers, veteran. Defensive backs, way veteran. A lot of you guys felt like I was defensive backs was going to get torched. Didn't. And I said that to say this. A lot of you all looked at that Arkansas game and said, shit, if Arkansas can do it at their home field, I don't see why I don't see why LSU can't do it in Death Valley. Well, I'm here to tell you, they didn't do it in Death Valley. We did. I think a lot of y'all forget about the points that we scored at Notre Dame, the points that we scored at Arkansas, and now the points that we put up in Death Valley, which is the first time I've ever seen them lay them goddamn type of points in Death Valley. If I ain't mistaken, that's the first time ever, period, for Texas A&M. in school history. We ain't done yet. We're not done. High college game, they say, and we're coming to your city. We're not done, baby. Not by a long shot, okay? Understand that shit done got real. I said this on X, and a lot of people commented and said what they said on this too. I said, y'all are about to see Marcel Reed get released. When I say release, you're about to see Marcel Reed really get released in running this football. Marcel Reed ran for over 100 yards in Death Valley. Manziel couldn't do it. Others before him couldn't do it. But guess what? He did. He ran for over 100, put up 200, threw two interceptions. I think somebody asked me that, the first comment. I think Marcel Reed was looking for something, and he just didn't see it, man. That's just an honest mistake. He could have ran it in, to be honest with you, and it would have been a touchdown. Or they just could have ran the football, period, and it would have been a touchdown. Marcel Reed came to play football, baby. He ain't stopped. I'm going to say it again. He ain't stopped, and he's not slowing down, okay? Understand the dynamics of Marcel Reed. His dad was a football coach at Tennessee State University, in which is an in which is a school that my cousin, right? Shout out to Brandon Jackson, high school coach out there at Georgia. I'm gonna say it again. He's out there at Georgia. I can't remember what high school, but he's a high school coach out there at Georgia, okay? Tight ends coach, I believe. But he's an alumni of Tennessee State. He had already knew who Marcel Reed was. Okay? I'm gonna say it again. Marcel Reed's dad is a former Tennessee State football head coach. Marcel Reed knows the game, baby. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me turn my hat the other way. Get this straight. Get this right. Okay? I need for people to see this. You know? I need for people to see the Texas A&M. All right? Hold up. It's Texas A&M University, baby. We the ass. A lot of people call us illusion. Stuff like that. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay? I'm going to say this here. A&M, right? A&M is the best team in the country. They're the best SEC team right now. I'm not going to toot my own horn. I'm not going to brag. I'm not going to do none of that bull crap. I'm just going to speak facts. I've seen Alabama play. I've seen Missouri play. I've seen Georgia play. Hell, I've seen everybody play. A&M is the best team as of right now in the SEC. I'm not going to say the SEC runs through Texas A&M because I'll be a goddamn lie, right? But we've never won the SEC, never. We've never even much been to the SEC title game. I honestly admit that. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it. A&M is the best team. And if anybody has something to say about that, then guess what? Wait until you play us. I'm going to say it again. Wait until you play us. This team is 8-0. The last time they went 8-0. And a lot of people keep on bringing this up. A&M hadn't been 8-0 since 1992. No, tell the real facts. A&M hasn't been 8-0 since the 1939 national title year. A&M was 7-0 in one tie. After their seventh win in 1994, Texas A&M tied with tied with SMU. And then they went on to win pretty much all of their remaining games, which made them 10-0-1. That's not undefeated. You got a tie right there. The undefeated mark was in 1939. That's their national title year. You want to know the reason to why everybody keeps saying that A&M is going to get a loss? Is because they know the last time this team, once again, went 8-0, they won a national title. And we keep saying that a lot of people don't want to see that. Okay? I'm going to say it again. A lot of people don't want to see that. Somebody come in, A&M had a close one with Auburn. Auburn had some potential. They just been missing. If you looked at that game was never supposed to be close from the get-go. Never. Yeah, they had a close one. That game was never. The only reason why the game was close was because the guy ran it back on an interception that Marcel Reed threw. That's it. Other than that, even if it wouldn't have been for the interception, A&M was supposed to be blowing Auburn out from the get-go, period. But anywho, people would say that they want to see Texas A&M be good. No. A lot of people don't want to see Texas A&M be good. Because if they're good, and Texas A&M goes on to win a national title, do you not know how many things that'll mess up? Do you not know how many brackets will be messed up? Huh? It'll be a lot. It'll be a whole lot. All right? So people don't want to see that. People don't want to see that at all. Okay? So this is what we will do. We're going to do our best, right? Stay under the radar. And we're just going to be a good, clean, honest football team. All right? Oh, yeah. For the guy that's talking about Auburn, and I don't know why he keeps bringing up Auburn. A&M is good, but I'm just saying Auburn gave them a tough time all game. You can't lie, bro. I'm telling you, yeah, they gave them a tough game. However, Texas A&M was moving the ball up and down the field against Auburn. They just didn't score because of some miscues offensively, and some of it was just on Marcel Reed. You know, and that's just what it is. Somebody else in the comment, what's Texas A&M best win? In Death Valley. They was 0-6 down there. That's by far their best win. Also, another best win on the road in Auburn. Well, I mean, what we talking about here? They beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame. They beat LSU just tonight in Death Valley when ding, ding, ding. A lot of people kept on saying that A&M's record is 0-6 ever since they joined the conference. They're not going to win down here. Don't try to sit up here and tell me that, oh, man, LSU wasn't good from the get-go. LSU was ranked number 20, and it was Death Valley at night. Brian Kelly was 20-1 in Death Valley. Now he's 20-2. That's a good goddamn win to me. If anybody doesn't think that, I don't know what to tell you then. I just don't. I don't know what fan of a team that person is, but what's Texas A&M best win? I mean, look, man, A&M can only play the schedule. And before any Texas fan come in here and say, well, A&M was saying about Texas, yeah, y'all did have an easy schedule. But guess what? Y'all done what y'all was supposed to do. Now it's A&M turn to do what they're supposed to do. Problem is that A&M goes on the road for a lot of these teams. In which is, once again, Del Valley at night. So whenever you get a win in Del Valley at night, you come and you let me know. Until then, I don't think it's nothing we need to talk about. Anywho, guys, look. I figured I'd come out here, make something tonight, right? Didn't want to stay on here for long because I know everybody pretty much, shit, man, it's 12 a.m. Everybody's pretty much gone by this time, okay? But just know that I said what I said. If A&M goes in there and beats, I'm going to say this once again, beats hold on, because I'm looking at something. Forgive me on that. I think Auburn's had one of the hardest schedules, basically 4 straight top 10 opponents, and they only lost by a touchdown and won. I just think A&M fans should be proud every time they beat Auburn. Man, you must be an Auburn fan or something, because I don't understand what you're talking about. We should be proud every time we beat Auburn? For what? I'm not understanding that. Man, you talking to me like Auburn just win national championships with an S. I'm not. Also, man, you talking to me like Auburn just. Bro, you talking to me like Auburn is just the SEC king or something. Like, yeah, historically, Auburn is better than A&M. Yeah, SEC-wise. And Auburn does have a national title in which Texas A&M is chasing. That part I do know. Has Texas A&M been better than Auburn over the past couple of years? No, not really. Has Auburn been in the SEC longer than Texas A&M will ever be? Yeah. So I don't know where we're going with this. I have no clue where we're going with this. Like, I don't know, man. You're kind of talking like you're an Alabama fan or something, but you're really an Auburn fan, in which Auburn was good with Gus Malzahn. They hadn't been good with Hugh Freeze nor Brian Harsin ever since Auburn has been there. Our only problem was really Gus Malzahn. It was never Hugh Freeze. So I don't know, man. I don't know what you're really trying to get at right here, but just saying, respect this dude. A&M has all my respect. Oh, and that's true. Look, man, we respect Auburn, right? Us A&M fans and look, we respect Auburn, fam. Auburn has always been kind of like that thorn in our side. Shit, Auburn was the one that really kept us from out the SEC championship last year. Yeah, they beat us. Did we forget that? When hold on, did A&M forget about Auburn and what they did last year when they came to Kyle Field? Hell no. That's why we had to check them off the list. Okay, we had to really check them off the list. So, hey, here's what it is. We play the Aggies last game at home. I guess this is a Texas fan, in which I'm not sure what you getting at. But yeah, man, hey, we know we play Texas, the last game of the season. Yeah, we play Texas last game of the season. I'm sorry. The problem is that A&M isn't thinking about Texas. We're thinking about the next game And then when that game is finished, we're thinking about the next game. The problem, see, and I said this, the problem with A&M in their past history versus Texas and just past history period was that they felt like they needed to get a win versus Texas because of rivalry purpose. The issue there was sometimes they forgot about the games that were way before Texas. I think R.C. Slocum fixed that when he was here, right? And which was a reason to why the Aggies were winning like they were under his coaching tenure. But some of the other coaches that came in before him and after him, it was sort of like, hey, man, look, man, you came here to, I don't know if they put this in their head, hey, man, you came here to beat Texas. And once again, forgot about all the other games. You got Mike Elko that pretty much has the same mind frame that R.C. Slocum and, Jackie Sherrill, some of those guys have, in which Texas is the only game on our schedule, brother. And we're not going to make our season just solely about Texas. That's just what it is. That has been one of the many reasons to why Texas has always pretty much defeated them, because they'll get inside their heads early on in the season. And also at the same time, Texas pretty much had the better players. It was what it was. And also, I think I said this before, Texas used to give every kid a scholarship. And it didn't matter if they played them or not. It was just simple fact of that no other team needs to have these guys but us. So, hey, things have changed. Yeah, we lost the last year, and it is what it is. But, guys, look, man, like I say, came on here, didn't want to be long. I thank all of you guys tuning in for a very, very late night episode. Okay. Fallout 4 is better, bro. I don't know what I mean. But, guys, look, thank you all for tuning in. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the podcast. And once again, and you know what, man, when the rankings come out tomorrow, I'm thinking about doing something again when those rankings post. I don't think anything is going to change, but I could be wrong, because I do think that by A&M going to Death Valley and winning, A&M may just be #1 team in the country. Come on tomorrow. Could be wrong, but I do think A&M probably moves up to either #1 or #2 on tomorrow. But hey, don't quote me on that. All right, but love all of you guys. Once again, #Gig 'em.